Hello and welcome to 18WJTS Inform. I'm your host, Bill Potter. Well, we are honored to have in the studio with us a goddess. Nancy Eckerle was this year's 2015 Athena Award as given by the Jasper Rotary Club. Now, we've had Nancy on several times in her occupation as the executive director of the Jasper Chamber, but now she has been recognized for the contributions you've made to the community and society. Nancy, first of all, congratulations on being this year's recipient.
Thank you, Bill. I appreciate that very much.
Well, you know, I can't think of a better person, and you really kind of embody what the Athena Award is about, but you were also there with some great nominees, as there are every year.
Definitely, and I really think that it's time to give some recognition to the other nominees too. Phyllis Ackerman, Darla Blasey, Julie Duchess, and Ann Canese. So what I said at the banquet was, I don't think any of us individually have all of the attributes of what the Athena embodies, but I think if you took all of us together, we definitely represent that person and that leader. So I was just very fortunate to be the one chosen to receive the honor that evening.
Well, now we have here on the table, first of all, you get this because you're a nominee.
Yes, every nominee receives this, just a beautiful glass trophy there, and then the winner receives this gorgeous, very heavy trophy, and it's almost like, I refer to almost like the Academy Award. It's very heavy, and it's very beautiful, and very much embodies what the Athena Award is all about.
What really does the Athena Award mean to you? I mean, I know you talk about what it embodies. You can talk about that too, but what does it mean to you as well?
Well, to me, I mean, I've worked very hard throughout the years through the chamber a lot, but some things out of the chamber realm, because I've just become part of the community and many things going on in the community. So it's just an opportunity for me to be able to really participate 100% things that are going on in the community, to think of ideas and to kind of just go ahead with them. I don't always have to ask permission for things that I do, but you know, it's kind of like if you see that piece of trash on the ground, pick it up. You know, just those simple things. Become involved in things that you have a passion for, or develop a passion for something. If you don't know what your interests are, think of you know, what you like, what you don't like, how there are things in the community that you could become involved in, or if it's not there, start it yourself. So there's so many ways to make our community better than it is, and to just embrace the opportunity to be involved.
Well, one thing that was mentioned as the award was given out is the Women Empowering Women Club. Organization that you have started through the Jasper Chamber. Tell us about that.
Right. Well, the Women Empowering Women is something that I've thought about for years, not necessarily as that group, but even thought about, you know, getting some women together just in my living room, just to talk about the challenges of being a woman who works every day, has a family, and has all other duties, and yet involved in the community. So a couple of years ago, well, probably just about 2 years ago now, I had lunch with a couple of ladies that said, hey, why don't you look at starting a women's group for the area? And so we took that seed, and I gathered some other women together, and the planning group finally grew to 45 women, which is like a group in itself.
Yes.
And then it's kind of just sprung from there. And so we kicked it off in February of this year. We have 200 paid members, because we do have a separate membership for that, and we average about 130 or so to come to every meeting, and they're just every other month, so it's not like it's well, I don't even know if it's every other month, but several times a year. And then we're working already on the schedule for next year, the speakers and all that kind of thing. And we find that the women really love the networking opportunity of it. They love to hear a speaker that they can relate to say, yeah, those are just the ways I'm feeling, and thank you for pointing this out and making me feel that it's okay to feel this way. So we have a great group, a great planning group, and I don't want to mention them all by name, but there are so many women involved in it that I'm so glad. That's the best part of it, is that to see the women take ownership of Women Empowering Women, and to take several parts of it and to make it their own.
Now, you know, before you were a leader in the community, but now you're, I guess, a leader of a different stature. What are some things that you think people need to be thinking about, or maybe women need to be thinking about, to make communities better, or to step forward and not step back?
Well, you know, it's something you can even do within your workplace. I had a call the other day from an employer that said, we're wanting to do a community service project. Can you suggest a couple things for me? So even if individually you don't have time to become involved, maybe you could involve your workplace with doing something for the community, or even individually. There are plenty of volunteer opportunities. There are plenty of clubs and organizations that really their numbers are going down because it seems like we've had an era of citizens nationwide, actually, that just don't take the time or don't want to take the time to become involved in clubs and organizations, but yet they still want to see those same services provided by those clubs and organizations in the community. So maybe it's time to rethink that. How can I become involved? How can I make our community a little bit better for this generation and the generations to come?
Now, as an Athena recipient, you get to make a donation, or a donation in your name of a charity that you select. And tell us about that. It's Freedom Reins,
yes,
which some people may go, what's that? But reins as in a horse reins. But if you'd explain.
Yes. Well, Freedom Reins is a therapeutic horse riding organization that provides a 1 hour of horse therapy, really, for the people that have some struggles, either mental or physical challenges. And Bill, I became involved in Freedom Reins about 5 years ago when I just wanted to do something different. It's not related to anything I do for work. It was just something I saw a little clip in the paper that said they were accepting new volunteers. And I just thought, you know, I want to do something that helps other people and that's totally out of my realm of expertise. Someone says to me, or a lot of people say, oh, you love horses. I don't even like animals in particular, really. And so, but I've learned to love animals and these horses especially. But that was a challenge for me because I really was more like afraid of the horses than I was in love with them. My love is the person on the horse, the person that has those mental or physical or both challenges, and how they can find pleasure and maybe a little bit of therapy along with what that they can do every week within this program. There are a lot of volunteers in the Freedom Reins program. There are some great leaders of the program, and also there are leaders of every session who have a little bit more expertise in horses and therapy. So I was, oh my gosh, so pleased that Freedom Reins could be the recipient of $4,000 from the Rotary Club from that evening.
That is outstanding, in your name, because of the work that you do.
Yes.
And every year, that's how the Athena Award works. Whoever wins, money is given in their name by the Jasper Rotary Club to that organization.
Right.
Now, should people be nominating Athena Award recipients?
Yes.
Is that important?
Yes, and that's the other thing that they announced that evening is that you can go on the Rotary website and you'll find the old application, but you could still fill that out. You could still start reading it over to find out what it takes to nominate someone. So I actually had two people nominate me, Judy Brown and Joyce Fleck. And in the nomination process, we actually sat down and went over the form, and they asked me questions. And we had a very complete application, I believe, when they got done filling that out. It's very humbling, really, from an individual standpoint, to think they're asking me things about what I do, and gosh, when we got done with it, I thought there are a lot of things I'm involved in that I do, or maybe even things that I started in the community. So I would encourage anyone and everyone to take that time to print off the application. Think about one or two people you could nominate. Actually, I wrote support letters for two other people that were nominated this year, and I was very proud to do that for them. But now's the time to start thinking about it, because it's not a process that you just do very quickly. You have to put a lot of time and thought into it, and I'm already thinking of a few people that I might want to nominate for next year.
Do they get extra points if you nominate them? 'Cause now that you are one of the
I don't
recipients?
think so.
And this is an award thing that the Jasper Rotary Club started as a fundraiser, but more than anything because they wanted to start saluting people, women, and the opportunity to do an Athena Award came open to Jasper, and Jasper Rotary Club does a great job with the program.
They really do. What a wonderful evening it was.
Oh, yes.
I mean, the banquet was nice. They had an outstanding speaker, and she is Linda White from Deaconess Hospital, and she had just a great talk on what it took for her to kind of rise up through the ranks, and she actually worked for her father at one time, and just the relationships that she has built through many years of being in business and then as being a community leader. And she's a past Athena Award winner herself down in the Evansville area. And something she did, which I think we all wish we had the capability of doing, she gave out 5 $1,000 checks that evening to the Athena nominees. And so I was able then to take my $1,000 check that she already had made out to 10th Street School and present that to Kent Taylor, the principal at 10th Street School, to use really in whatever way that they want to, and hopefully they'll use it in ways to help support leadership among the school also. And there was four other checks given out in the community, which, what a fantastic thing for her to do, and kind of blew the Rotary away because they had no idea she was even going to be doing that evening. It was just a nice touch.
Well, to also do it as part of each of the Athena finalists to give that check themselves in their name to another organization.
That's right.
Terrific.
That's right. So, what a great speaker they had, too. And the whole evening was just wonderful. And the way they brought each of the nominees up front and read off the whole list of involvements and accomplishments and whatever that person was involved in, that was wonderful to do it that way. And it was a very well orchestrated evening, and just a wonderful event for I think there was over 200 people or 250 or something that attended. So it was just a nice evening.
Well, you are certainly a honored award winner, and we salute you for that.
Thank
and thank you for being, thank you for taking the time to now. I hope you're not too big that you can't come on the show more often.
You know better than that.
Yeah, I know you'll be back.
It's actually been very humbling, and sometimes, when people will congratulate me, and I'm like, it's kind of embarrassing. And my husband's like, you're the only one that would think that's embarrassing, because it's just so humbling to think that I felt enough of to be given this award, and I truly, truly appreciate it so much.
Well, congratulations. Nancy Eckerle, the 2015 Athena Award winner for Du Bois County. Thank you for being on the show with us.
Thank you, Bill.
And make sure that you think of somebody that you should nominate for next year. There's a lot of terrific women out there who deserve this award and at least should be nominated and become finalists. Nancy, thank you for being with us, and thank you for watching WJTS in Form. We're local people watching local people.